Let's talk about why your dreams feel impossible to achieve. You see, I do not believe this is because of just your weakness. We all have weaknesses. As we grow up, we want to achieve some things. Then we realize we have to grow in some aspects. You have to pay what's due. If you've watched my previous video, you understand what I'm talking about. The myth, the millionaire myth, women versus men. This one is the millionaire myth, dreams passed down. It's not just about your weakness. The people around you may unknowingly drag you down. See, when your mom and dad failed, when I mean failed, like they weren't able to achieve what they wanted to achieve. Your uncle and auntie, they never truly achieved what they really wanted to achieve. What they passed down, what people pass down, what your family members pass down to you isn't just money or wealth or whatever they pass down. They pass down a mindset. That's what they pass down to you. A mindset that it's impossible. Now, growing up, I know growing up, your parents might say, you can do wherever you can do wherever you put your heart on. You can make it. But they don't truly believe it, because if they truly believed it, they'll also do it. They'll also try to achieve the impossible. They don't truly believe it. It's like your parents who smoke, they're telling you not to smoke, but they smoke. You know, what I believe, what you truly pass down isn't necessarily the money, the wealth, or whatever. Is the mindset you have. Because as children, you see the way your mom moves, you see the way your dad moves, you see the way everyone else moves, and you want to move just like them. Mostly because you look up to them, and then you grow up and then realize there's a lot I need to unpack here. Not only do I need to work on my weakness, I also need to work on the mindset that has been passed down onto me. You have to unwrap everything and then rewrap it again. We don't just inherit our eye color or height or good looks or ugly looks, if your parents are, or the size of your schlong or whatever, or your body shape. The greatest thing that I believe that your parents can pass down is the mindset. The mindset is what differentiates a king and a peasant. The mindset is what differentiates a lion and every other animal. The lion doesn't have the strongest jaw. It doesn't even hunt the best. It doesn't. What makes it the king of the jungle? What makes it have that much respect is the mindset. That's the greatest thing that your parents can pass down on to you. If your parents haven't tried to achieve excellence, whatever excellence is, if they're not truly satisfied, if their failures have what the way they see you life, they'll pass that on to you. And it's not because they don't like. It's not on purpose. It's not on purpose. They'll do it lovingly. They'll pass it down lovingly. I said the things that I've heard growing up is money don't grow on trees. Yes, they do. Yes, money grows on trees. That's one of the way they make money. Trees. Well, it doesn't literally grow on tree, but it's that easy. Money is evil. No, it's not. What do you mean money? It's like the root of all evil is money, or something like that. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Or one of the most common things you hear is all luck. That's like, it's impossible. It's impossible. Because you failed doesn't mean it would fail. It's impossible. It's impossible. Now, after seeing all this, I believe now we need some sense in this as well. Let's say I'm trying to become a basketball player and I'm 5'2". It's just incredibly difficult. It's already difficult enough to get on into the league as a 6' something guy. Already imagine that it's already difficult. Imagine a 5'2" guy. That's borderline impossible. Why do you want to make life so difficult for yourself? And if you're not careful, their failures are going to shape you. Their failures are going to shape your dreams, or worse, they're going to shape they're going to shape your limits. The way they see the world really matters. Right now, if you don't have a kid or anything, the way you see the world matters. Don't do it because if there was a quote that I heard. It said, I believe everyone should try to become a millionaire. Not because of the money or because of who. I believe everyone should try to become a millionaire, not because of the money, but because of who they will become, who they would have to become to get it. I also believe so too. Everyone, whether either you believe it's possible, it's not possible, I don't care. You're not doing it for the money. If you believe money is evil, don't do it for the money. Do it because of the person you would have to become to make that million. If you're here right now, you don't have a child, the way you see the world, the way you interact with the world, that will be passed down to your children, and that's how they will most likely interact with the world. And most people don't descale, for lack of a better word, I'm going to use descale. Most people don't descale that mental barrier. Most people don't shed that thinking from their parents and replace it with their own, because that's also extra work. Then you also have to fight your weakness. That's one of the reasons why people from an impoverished background, or like people from a background that isn't rich. When I mean rich, I don't necessarily mean money. I mean rich in mindset, rich in the I don't know, like rich in mindset. What's a rich in mindset? People that aren't necessarily rich in mindset, they have it extra hard. They have it extra hard because they don't have an example to go off of. And you'd also have to cut off your family. You have to step outside the confound of what makes humans human. Because we, as humans, we love companionship. We love community. You'd have to step outside your community just because you want to be better. And you shouldn't expect them to understand. They wouldn't understand. They will only understand when you've achieved your goal. Then they say something like, oh, I always believed in you. Oh my gosh, I always knew you were gonna be. Then they'll probably start asking you for money. I don't think I'm there yet. This is a vicious cycle, because you want to be the good son or the good daughter. You absorb their worldview. You listen to the advice they say. Stick to what's safe, they say. Stick to what's safe. But you can't stick to what's safe if you want to become something extraordinary. You have to do something that is out of the box. You have to do something that is extraordinary. And without knowing you fall into the same pattern. You aim lower, you dream smaller, and you end up exactly where they were. Stuck. Safe is not good. Safe is stuck. You're comfortable. You shouldn't be comfortable. It's like one of the quotes I saw in the Bible when I was reading was, for whoever has, to him shall be given more, and he shall be, let me say that again. For whoever has, to him shall more be given, and he shall have an abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has shall be taken away from him. Bro, let me tell you something, bro. I already have a good chance of failing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about succeeding. There's a solid chance of you failing already. But on top of that, you're carrying other people's BS. Why do that? You already have a good chance of failing, but you still carry other people's failures. You want to step out and do extraordinary things. Oh, I can't remember what I wanted to say. I said weakness. I can't remember. Every time you try to step outside the box, the voices in your head or the voices around you say, "Don't do it. Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. It's too hard. It's too difficult. You won't make it. You won't succeed." You feel like, what did he even say? You're delusional. Stop being delusional. Sometimes it's good to be delusional. And I said, don't do it. Don't rock the boat. Stay where it's safe. Which is good. It's good. But I have to tell you this. If you have a dream of becoming something or doing something, you can't be safe. You have to go in the deep end. And I'm talking to myself as I'm saying this right now. I'm talking to myself. You have to go to the deep end, my boy. You have to plunge yourself in there. But at the same time that you go to the deep end, you don't want to be consumed by your dreams. You don't want to be consumed by your ambition. You want to do what you. It's a balance. It's like a dance. It's like a dance. That's a fine line, and you don't want to go above that line, and you don't want to go below the line. You want to do enough, but not too much, and you don't want to do too little because you won't get what you need to get. Sometimes it's tricky. The cycle only continues because you let it continue. You chose it. You chose it. Whenever I say I can't, in my head I'm always thinking, because I don't want to. Truly, I just say when someone say, "Oh, Ola, can you do it?" and I reply with "I can't," I complete the sentence. Well, it's not really a completion of sentence, but I complete it in my head. I say, because I don't want to. Because I know if I tell them I don't want to say why, and I just all the explanation is just too much. I say I can't because I understand that's the language they understand. Breaking free. What am I even gonna say? Breaking free starts from when you understand that because they failed doesn't mean I have to fail. I don't understand. It's difficult. It's difficult because we don't have any success models. It's like once you have a millionaire in the family, you understand that making millions is possible. It's already in your head. The fact that you already believe that it's possible is already half the battle won. It's like the guy that broke what it means to run the fastest. I can't remember his name. There's a white man, this skinny, tall ass guy. Scientists were saying a human cannot run faster than he can't run this miles in something seconds, and he broke it. I don't really know the details, so you'd have to look into it. And he broke it, and since the moment he broke it, everyone started doing it. To achieve the impossible, you have to become someone extraordinary. You have to become someone outside the box. You have to become someone. You shouldn't allow their own limits to limit your belief in yourself. To not even limit the belief in yourself. You shouldn't allow their limits to limit your potential. They've already limited their potential because they believe that's how much they can be. That's how much growth that can happen in their life. Just because they've failed, just because they've limited their own success, just because they've limited their own glory, just because they've limited their own light, doesn't mean you should. And I know it's difficult. I understand. It's difficult, but you just have to go in the deep end. And even when you go to the deep end, you also understand that you shouldn't be obsessed about succeeding. That's something I had to understand the hard way. I shouldn't be obsessed about achieving that goal. Because being obsessed gives you the negative return. You have to, it's like a play. I have to act like I don't want it. I have to play, but at the same time, I'm calculating every move. I have to be playfully diligent. I have to be playfully consistent. I have to be playfully there. It's all about play. It should be fun. Even though it's not fun. It's not fun because sometimes you cry. Sometimes I cry. When am I gonna get there? When am I get there? I cry myself to sleep. It's not fun. Sometimes it's not fun. But you have to act like a child, basically. You have to playfully get to where you are. It's a fine line. I am not sure if this is a blessing or a curse, or probably a good thing, but I'm not sure. It just is, I suppose. Breaking the cycle, breaking the loop comes with a price. And the price is you'd have to disappoint your family. You have to challenge their belief. You have to challenge their worldview, which isn't easy. These things are not easy. These are just extra. These are just